Everyone wants to be rich, but if you look closely, most people aren't actually trying to be rich. They are trying to look rich. And the difference between those two things is where everything changes. Tunde and Daniel didn't know that yet. At least not on that afternoon. They were sitting on a low concrete wall just outside their university gate, the kind of place where students gathered after their final exams, half excited, half uncertain about what came next. The sun was setting slowly, casting long shadows across the road. For the first time in years, there was no next class, no assignment, no structure, just life. Tunde stretched his legs and sighed. Finally, he said, shaking his head with a grin. No more broke student life. I swear I'm done suffering. Daniel laughed softly. You say that like life is about to become easy. It has to, Tunde replied. We've paid our dues. It's time to enjoy. Daniel didn't argue. He just nodded. But even in that moment, they were already thinking differently. A few months later, they both got jobs. Nothing extraordinary. Just decent entry-level roles that paid enough to cover expenses and leave a little extra. But that first salary, it meant everything. Tunde was alone in his room when the alert came in. He stared at his phone for a few seconds, then smiled. Finally, he whispered. He opened his banking app again, just to be sure. The number was still there. Real. And his. That evening, he called Daniel. Guy, have you checked your account? Daniel chuckled. Yeah, I saw it. Tunde didn't even let him finish. Bro, we made it. This is it. Things are about to change. Daniel leaned back in his chair. Yeah, things are about to change. But they weren't talking about the same kind of change. The next day, Tunde went to the mall, not because he needed anything, just to look. At least, that's what he told himself. He walked past stores he used to avoid. This time, he didn't feel out of place. He stepped into one, then another, and somewhere between trying on a new pair of sneakers and checking himself in the mirror, a thought crossed his mind. This is what success feels like. He bought the sneakers, then a shirt, then something else. By the time he got home, his bank balance had dropped noticeably. But strangely, he didn't feel bad. He felt proud. That night he posted a picture, clean outfit, good lighting, confident pose. Within minutes the likes started coming in. Comments followed. Clean, big man thing, money don't come on. Tunde smiled as he scrolled. That feeling, it wasn't just about the clothes, it was about what they represented. The next week he upgraded his phone. The week after that, he started going out more. Better places, better crowd. And slowly, without realizing it, his lifestyle began to expand. Daniel noticed. Of course he did. One evening, they met up at a small roadside spot they used to visit back in school. Tunde arrived late. When he stepped out of the car, Daniel raised an eyebrow. New ride? Tunde grinned. Not mine, just using it for now. Daniel nodded slowly. For now? They sat down, ordered food. For a moment, it felt like nothing had changed. Then Tunde leaned forward. You need to step up, bro. Daniel looked up. What do you mean? I mean, look at you. Same everything. We're working now. You should upgrade your life small. Daniel smiled faintly. I will, he said. Just not yet. Tunde frowned. Not yet? When? Daniel shrugged. When it makes sense. Tunde laughed. That's the problem with you. You think too much. Life is for enjoyment. You can't be earning money and still living like a student. Daniel didn't respond immediately. He took a sip of his drink, then said quietly, I'm not trying to look like I have money. I'm trying to actually have it. Tunde shook his head. You're overcomplicating it. Maybe he was. Or maybe he was saying something Tunde wasn't. Weeks turned into months. Tunde's life became louder. More outings, more pictures, more attention. Everywhere he went, people recognized him. He liked that. No, he needed that. Because the more people saw him as successful, the more he felt like he had to maintain it. And that's how it starts. Not with a big decision, but with small ones. Repeated. Daniel's life, on the other hand, was quiet. He still lived simply, still used the same phone, still kept his circle small. But behind that simplicity, something was happening. He tracked his spending, saved consistently, learned about money, made small investments. Nothing exciting, nothing Instagram worthy. And because of that, no one paid attention. Some people even mocked him. One afternoon, a mutual friend pulled him aside. Guy, you need to enjoy your life small. See Tunde now. That's how it's supposed to be. Daniel smiled. I'm enjoying my life?
The friend laughed. This one? You call this enjoyment? Daniel didn't argue because he understood something most people didn't. Enjoyment and progress don't always look the same. If you saw both of them at that point, you'd pick Tunde. Almost everyone would. Confident, stylish, social. He looked like someone who had figured life out. Daniel, he looked like he was still trying, still behind, still struggling. But appearances can be dangerously misleading. Because while Tunde was building an image, Daniel was building a foundation. And foundations don't look impressive at the beginning, but they determine everything that comes after. Neither of them knew it yet. But life was about to test both paths in a way that would make one decision impossible to ignore. And when that moment came, only one of them would be ready. Life doesn't change all at once. It shifts slowly, quietly, until one day you realize everything feels different. For Tunde, the change wasn't obvious at first. On the outside, things were still going well. Better even. His social media kept growing. More followers, more attention, more people recognizing him in places he went. Bro, you're blowing, someone told him one night at a lounge. Tunde smiled. It felt good? No, it felt necessary. Because by now, it wasn't just about enjoying life. It was about maintaining an image, and images have expectations. He couldn't show up looking average anymore. He couldn't suddenly stop going out. He couldn't go quiet. That would raise questions, and questions threaten perception. So he kept going. More nights out, more spending, more upgrades, each one small on its own. But together, they were building something heavy. Daniel noticed the change, not just in Tunde's lifestyle, but in his energy. One evening, they met again. Same roadside spot, same plastic chairs. But this time, something felt off. Tunde was quieter than usual, scrolling through his phone, not really present. Daniel watched him for a moment. You good? Tunde looked up quickly. Yeah, I'm fine. But he wasn't. His bank balance had started to behave strangely. No matter how much he earned, it never seemed enough. He would get paid, and within days, most of it was gone. At first, he ignored it, told himself it was normal. Money is meant to be spent, he said once, half joking. But deep down, he knew something wasn't right, because it wasn't just spending anymore. It was pressure, bills, subscriptions, commitments he couldn't easily walk away from. And the worst part? They didn't stop. Lifestyle doesn't pause when money gets tight. It keeps demanding. Daniel leaned forward slightly. You've been quiet, he said. Tunde forced a smile. Just thinking. About what? Tunde hesitated, then shrugged. Nothing serious. Daniel didn't push, But he knew, because pressure has a look, and Tunde had it. A few weeks later, something happened. Not a big disaster, not anything dramatic, just life, an unexpected expense. Something small, but badly timed. Tunde stared at his account balance, then refreshed it. Same number. He opened another app, checked again. Still the same. That's when it hit him. There was no backup, no savings, no cushion. Just a lifestyle and the illusion that everything was fine. He leaned back slowly, heart beating faster than it should. For the first time in a long time, he felt something he hadn't allowed himself to feel. Fear. That night he didn't go out, didn't post, didn't respond to messages. He just sat there, staring at the same numbers, trying to figure out how things got here. Meanwhile, Daniel was dealing with his own challenges. Work was demanding. Life wasn't easy. But when unexpected expenses came, he handled them. Not comfortably, but calmly. Because he had prepared. He had savings. Not huge, but enough. He had control. And control changes everything. A few days later, Tunde called him. Guy, are you free? Daniel had something in his voice. Something different. Yeah, he said. Where are you? They met again. This time, Tunde didn't try to look put together. No confidence, no performance, just honesty. I think I messed up, he said quietly. Daniel didn't react immediately, he just listened. I've been spending like everything is fine, Tunde continued. But it's not. I don't even know where my money is going anymore. There was a long pause. Then Daniel spoke. You built a life that needs money constantly, he said calmly. Tunde nodded slowly. And now, Daniel continued, even when the money isn't there, the life is still there. That hit, because it was true. Tunde looked down. I thought I was doing well, he said. Daniel shook his head slightly. You were doing what most people do, he replied. You were making it look like you were doing well. Silence again.
Heavy this time. Because now, the illusion was cracking. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Looking rich had given Tunde attention, validation, a sense of identity, but in this moment, none of that mattered. Because attention doesn't pay bills. Validation doesn't create security. An identity built on appearance doesn't survive pressure. Daniel leaned back slightly. You still have time, he said. Tunde looked up. To do what? Daniel's answer was simple. To choose differently. And that's when the real difference between them became clear. Not in what they earned, not in how they lived, but in how prepared they were. When life got real, because eventually, it always does. And when it does, looking rich stops working. Time doesn't rush. It doesn't care about how things look. It just moves. And as it moves, it reveals. Months passed, then a year. From the outside, both Tunde and Daniel were still moving forward. But their lives were no longer the same. Tunde had changed. Not suddenly, not dramatically, but quietly. He stopped going out as much. Started saying no to things he used to say yes to. At first, it felt uncomfortable, like he was losing something. In a way, he was. The attention, the image, the version of himself people had gotten used to. Some friends noticed. Guy, you've changed, one of them said. Tunde smiled faintly. Yeah, he replied. I had to. Because now, he understood the cost, not just financially, but mentally. Living to impress people is exhausting. And for the first time, he was tired. Daniel, on the other hand, was starting to see results. Nothing dramatic. No sudden breakthrough. Just progress. Steady. Consistent. His savings had grown. His investments were improving. His skills had opened new opportunities. And slowly, his income increased. Not because he chased it, but because he built himself. One evening, they met again, same spot. But everything felt different. Tunde looked more relaxed, less tense. Daniel looked the same, but somehow more solid. I get it now, Tunde said suddenly. Daniel raised an eyebrow. Get what? Tunde took a deep breath. All this time, I was trying to look like I had money, but I never actually built anything. Daniel nodded. And you? Tunde asked. Daniel smiled slightly. I just focused on not being broke, he said. They both laughed. But there was truth in it, because that's how it starts. Not with trying to be rich, but with refusing to stay broke. Tunde leaned forward. You know the crazy part, he said. When I had the most attention, I had the least control. Daniel didn't look surprised. And now? He asked. Tunde shrugged. I have less attention, he said, but I sleep better. That was it. That was the difference. Looking rich gives you attention. Being rich gives you peace. One is loud, the other is quiet. One needs to be seen, the other doesn't. And most people spend years chasing the loud one because it feels like success. But it's not. It's just the appearance of it. And appearances don't last. Reality does. Tunde looked around for a moment, then back at Daniel. If you could go back, he said, would you do anything differently? Daniel thought about it, then shook his head. No, he said, because I wasn't trying to impress anyone. He paused. I was trying to build something. That's the difference. And once you understand it, everything changes. Because now the question isn't, how do I look successful? It becomes, how do I actually become it? And the answer is almost always less exciting, less visible, less immediate, but far more real. So the next time you feel the pressure to upgrade, to impress, to prove something to people, pause and ask yourself one simple question. Am I building wealth or performing it? Because the path you choose will determine everything that comes after.